So hello everyone, and a very happy Easter time. Now by the time that you see this video, it should be around the 1st of April. I think that's a Monday, and as you can tell, I've got a cold, so I've just had a cup of coffee and a shower to build up the energy to make this video. But I have some really super interesting news. Now, one of the reasons I started this channel was because I have an interest in wristwatches, and ideally I'd love to make a wristwatch, and that would be a mechanical wristwatch, and I also would like to make a digital wristwatch. And I thought to myself, why don't I set up a YouTube channel anyway, because I could chat about my interest in watches, and I could use the channel to help me learn about watches and the watch industry. And I can tell you, it's a really interesting, lovely industry to have sight of and to be in, so it's been lovely. Anyway, during the last few months in particular, I've contacted a few brands, basically asking to be friends with them, and also to learn more about the manufacturing processes and leading up to the possibility of me being able to access that manufacturing capability and be able to make a wristwatch. Now, so what has been surprising is that a lot of brands have been, very, very nice. And if you remember, one of the intentions of this YouTube channel was that I would be this, self-appointed ambassador of the watch industry, because I thought it was a nice thing to do. Anyway, Omega it appears that they like my videos about the Speedmaster Mark II, and they've been bothering me about the possibility of actually becoming an ambassador for Omega, and so I've been so grateful, and I haven't taken that further. But out of the blue, I was so surprised. Rolex contacted me saying that they liked my YouTube channel, and that they in particular liked my videos about my interest in the Speedmaster Mark II and chronographs. And I said to Rolex, look, I'm so happy and grateful that you've approached me, and this is lovely. And then I explained to them, look, I'm wanting to make a wristwatch. I'm wanting to make a mechanical wristwatch and a digital wristwatch. But then in conversation, I offered the idea that because my preference is really chronographs, I love that style of mechanical wristwatch. And of course, Rolex make the Daytona, and it's one of the most popular, iconic chronographs out there. I jokingly said it would be lovely if Rolex could, if I could collaborate with Rolex, and Rolex could make a Daytona in collaboration with Masterwatch. And they said we might be able to go better than that, and actually make one of the watches to your specification. And I said, you've got to be joking, this is what dreams are made of. So I've offered them a couple of designs, and I'll show those designs now of what I think is a nice looking chronograph wristwatch. And I pointed out to them that their Daytona has the tri-compacts, so the 3 registers at 3, 6 and 9. And the designs I have are of the Valjoux base, so the chronograph registers are 12, 6 and 9. But having not the tri-compacts, but the standard 12, 6 and 9 configuration allows you to have the full feature set of the day and date. And in conversation, I said to Rolex, look, it would be lovely if we could actually have a Valjoux based configuration with the full feature set, because I'm a bit of a geek and I really wanted the date and the day configuration. And Rolex turned back and said, okay, well, we're going to think about this. And then I emailed them again saying, But another thing that I really like is I really like the idea of a new material to make the chronograph. And I thought, I really like what Rolex has done with their steel configuration and their gold materials, and the fact that they make their own precious metals, and they perform all the manufacturing processes. And I thought, have you ever thought about combining gold and titanium? And you could call it something like goldium or Rolexium, and this could be a new alloy. And in particular, I love the idea of gold and titanium. And so once again, I said, is it possible to have my watches, my value-based 12, 6 and 9 register configuration with day and date made out of a gold and titanium mix, combining the strength of titanium with the weight of gold and that precious feeling, I thought would be super. And Rolex emailed me back saying, this is not out of the realms of possibility. And so, I just can't take myself seriously. And, I can't take anything seriously. But I thought, let's roll with this, because this is the idea of my of a perfect wristwatch. And I thought, imagine if I could say to the world, here is my watch in collaboration with Rolex. And all the design cues and inspiration has come from the Daytona and all the other wonderful chronographs out there. And I've created a watch of my own called the Master Chronograph, and Rolex has said, yes, this is not out of the realms of possibility. So obviously right now I can't offer a design of what the watch will end up looking like, but I can show you some designs of an idea of what I think my chronograph might look like. And the simple fact that it's in collaboration with Rolex would be just earth-shattering. And it made me think, wow, this is just unbelievable. This is what dreams are made of. Anyway, I hope everybody is well and have a very lovely Monday. I think it's the 1st of April today, so it's going to be a lovely day. And I'm absolutely over the moon. The only reason I'm not more excited is because I've got this wretched cold. Anyway, once again, I hope everybody is well, and I shall speak to everyone again very soon. Hello, this is my insurance policy, and hello Rolex, and I think I mentioned Omega, and of course I'm taking a little bit of a liberty because it's April the 1st, and I wanted to say Rolex, I think your watches are really super for what they cost and for what their watch is today. In this world we live in, they are super objects. I love the Sea Dweller in particular. I love the chronograph, the Daytona. Obviously, they are my favourites. But from a personal note, I really like the tank style that I don't think Rolex makes anymore. I think it was part of the Cellini range, but those Rolexes I love. And Omega, I love the Speedmaster chronograph models that you make. As you know, one of my biggest favourites is the Mark II. I think that is one of the best looking watches in the world. And so I suppose my dreams are, can you imagine a Rolex and Omega squashed together? Because the designs of both are so lovely. Anyway, this is my little insurance policy, and I hope the video is okay. And I did it really to promote Rolex and Omega, and to promote watches in general. That's the reason for the video. and also to show, an example of what I think looks nice. So essentially that's it. Anyway, Rolex and Omega, I like you very much, and I hope you like my silly video. And once again, I hope everyone's had and I hope you've had a very nice Easter, and I'm looking forward to the Geneva Watch Week, and especially the bit that's hosted by Watches and Wonders in the Palexo building. That will be lovely. And I wish the best for the watch industry. And once again, I hope everybody is well, and speak again soon.